Hello everyone, this is our data visualization project prepared for English 290, section 1. The data in this presentation was pulled from the UNM 2018 Spring Enrollment Report and will be presented by myself, Alyssa, Roger, Robin, and Zachary. Typically, an enrollment report has a very large audience. It can be used by everybody from advisors, those attending the program, those looking to attend the program, and even the general public. As a result, this project aims to narrow down those audiences and emphasize different information from the enrollment report with different graphics. Graphs are typically used for communicating information in a way that words can't. They catch their readers' attention and they provide communication for multiple audiences. They also help non-native speakers interpret data and information. This project in particular will contain a line graph, bar graph, deviation bar graph, combined bar and line graph, and a table graph. So the first graph we have is a line graph for the doctor programs here at UNM. It is broken up into multiple categories, specifically pharmacy, nursing, and physical therapy. It is then further broken up by male and female. This graph's audience then shifts to those in charge of the doctor programs here at UNM or those currently enrolled and looking to enroll in these programs. The point of this particular graph is to allow for a direct visualization of the difference in ages that come with each programs. So the reason that this particular graph is important is because it very clearly shows how close the ages can get. As you can see through the Doctor of Pharmacy female, the red line, and then through the Doctor of Pharmacy male, the blue line. These are almost identical to the point where the information seems to overlap. This particular graph is made to emphasize that closeness, and as a result, it aids those looking at it in showing how close in an age range that these doctorate programs are.
This is Roger, and I'll be presenting bar graphs. Bar graphs can communicate numerical values, but they are better at showing the relative values of two or more items. This means they are a quick and effective way to grasp the significance of big numbers. The bar graphs here will show some information about the average age of UNM's graduate students. The new audience for this bar graph data will be the staff of UNM's College of Nursing. According to UNM's website, there's a critical need for graduates of the Doctor of Nursing Practice program. This first bar graph shows that the average age of a Doctor of Nursing Practice student approaches 50 years, compared to an average age of about 30 years for the other graduate students. The next bar graph is a deviation bar graph, which can show data that is trending upward or downward. As you can see, for Doctor of Nursing Practice students, over the last 5 years, the average age has increased by nearly 12%, while the other professions are comparatively stable at about 2% change or less. This means that if current trends continue, the average Doctor of Nursing Practice graduate will be nearing retirement age relatively soon after graduation. Our group felt that the leadership of College of Nursing should be aware of this trend that the deviation bar graph so effectively illustrates.
Hello everybody, my name is Zachary Romero. I'm going to be discussing the table graph on our group's presentation. So I did provide another graph that was a bar and line graph that was put together just as an example to explain how important a table graph is for the start of presenting some collaborative form of information like this. So it's a very simplistic way to understand a higher end graph, one that may have tons of information on it, or even it can vary from various pictures, the lines, scatter plots, everything. Very similar to the one that Robin has done. The addition that with color coding has made some of the columns easier, and it helps group up information. The whole goal of a table is really just to have a baseline for the further graph that comes after, or that is based off this set of data. And it's also just a reference point for you to come back to if you need to find just the percentage of the 1 year for a congruent female student, the age, and just makes it a lot easier to have this as a reference point. Thank you. Bye.
The set of data in the University of New Mexico Spring 2018 Official Enrollment Report of the Albuquerque campus contains 27 pages, just over 20 categories, and several data maps. The official enrollment report was provided to the original audience for all the schools and programs at UNM. Figure 4 is a combination bar line graph that depicts the data for Anderson graduate and graduate programs. This graph represents the data to be presented to the new audience, the advisors, faculty, and scheduling with each of these programs. The new audience will review the defined data provided specifically for their graduate program and evaluate the average ages of the students attending these programs to determine the scheduling of classes required for these non-traditional students, which is based on age, and tailor these programs to increase future enrollments. With the need considered for the new audience, colors in the chart were carefully chosen to clearly and attractively represent the new data. The bars indicate the average ages of male and female students over the semesters between 2014 and 2018. As well, the lines emphasize a clear view of average ages at each interval in the bars.
In conclusion, you could see each member of our group took categories from the same 2018 enrollment report. We each created graphics to address the needs and concerns of a different audience. Each of these graphics was meant to emphasize information relevant to that audience and present the information in a more accessible way. The graphs did as mentioned in the introduction. They communicated through visuals instead of just stating the information. Thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed our project.